Let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go. Tell me I need a train to be your fucking wife.
And I'm going to cut you with my kite.
Kite fight. Kite fight.
I've never seen a kite be violent.
But you wanted to do it.
A little bit.
Tell me, I knew when I watched this that I went, Poodle went, ooh, I want a kite fight with someone.
Kind of. Kite fighting does sound like an obscure sexual position.
It does. No, it doesn't. I didn't think you were going to say that.
It does to me.
Hello, this is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love. Exciting and new. Go online. They're catfishing you.
Shocker.
Fiancé.
Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown.
90-day Fiancé.
Marrying someone you only met on your phone.
Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love.
It's reality, yes,
Let's love.
Y'all, if you're watching the Intimate Portrait, you're going, where the fuck are they? We're in a hotel room somewhere in Reno.
No, it is
Are we in
Vegas.
Reno? Oh, Vegas.
We are in some place. Let's not say it would have been my first choice.
We're at a hotel for a podcast conference, and we're doing our best.
We're doing our best. I had to Instacart a neti pot this morning.
Yeah.
And
Ooh, there's snow on the mountains.
that went well.
Instacart did go. I had to get alkaline water and Claritin.
Vegas is hard on old people.
It's true. Well, it's not the same as when you're in your 20s. In fact, the last time we were in this hotel, we were in our 20s, and I think we both would get like 3 hours of sleep a night.
Yep. I cannot handle anymore. I cannot handle the smoke.
It's a lot.
I can't even go to the casino.
It's a lot.
I'm that fragile.
Y'all, so we've got cough drops in for this show. Sorry, but it's very dry
phlegmy
here.
and dry, and so bear with us. Please bear with us.
This is toe.
This is toe.
He doesn't like it when I say it.
It's not your phrase.
You didn't come up with it. You did not originate.
You're a liar.
toe.
You're a liar. I did. I did say toe. I don't think other people say toe,
I
but
think
us.
Kim and Kyle did.
Then they took it from us. Name stealers.
It was Kyle. He stole it.
You know what? That's fine. As long as you tell me I came up with it. As long as I'm the first one. I'm the unique one. Enneagram 4.
Episode 6 of season 4. Love is one thing, knowledge
Love
is another.
One thing, knowledge is another. I would say that they are two things that rarely meet.
Not on this show. Not as you. And Dick is the equalizer. No, I don't know.
That is no. Dick is a whole other thing. Dick has nothing to do with love or knowledge. Unfortunately,
Dick is a wild thing, like Casey Musgrave sings.
What?
She says love is a wild thing, not Dick. But
I was gonna say
she sings it one way, I hear it another.
I feel like we're having a parent-teacher conference.
It does.
And I've just told you that your little boy has been making inappropriate remarks, and I think he's a fairy.
Charlie's been trying, Miss Honeycutt. He really has.
I'm sitting here with my legal pad and saying he's not living up to his potential.
I actually think it looks like we're making some kind of snuff porn or something in here.
Oh, the room is.
It's very tan.
It's kind of like if you said, I want to be in a brothel, but I want it to be for middle of the road.
It's true. Yeah.
Middle of the road brothel.
There's leather, what are those?
Studs. stools.
Tufted leather stools.
Tufted
with a
stools.
leather headboard. It's prime for poodle. Just
It's
getting
perfect. Y'all know
gangbanged.
how I feel about a leather headboard.
There's even a lightning bolt kind of cut into the wall that shelves.
It's straight out of 1988.
It's great.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're happy to be here.
Happy to be here. Couple announcements. We've announced this a couple times, but y'all get ready for Love Is Blind season 4 coming at the end of this month. We're very, very excited. Another thing, Me, You, and My Ex season 2, that'll be on the cringe tier. The cringe tier we said before, blowing up. The
we've got a
cringe
lot.
tier is going to be You, Me, and My Ex season
also
2.
the cast member of Love Is Blind too.
What?
I saw some of the cast members of Love Is Blind on Netflix. Well, there's Netflix, but then also I think it's like Strong Black Lead on Netflix. They were highlighting some of the black people that were going to be on.
They've given up the cast list.
Yes, they have a thing. They're hot. There's
That's
some hot guys.
not like what they normally do.
I mean, pretty women too, but I kind of just scroll past them.
They don't usually do that. That's interesting.
I thought so too.
All right, great. So, thanks for taking.
When I was just saying, we were talking about Love Is Blind.
I don't know where I am now.
We don't know where we are anyway.
So, Me, You, and My Ex. Then there's going to be, we are
Love in Paradise?
venturing into the world, still in the cringe tier.
Oh.
We are venturing into the sister show of Seeking Sister Wife, or the brother show, whatever you like. Seeking Brother Husband.
Seeking Brother Husband.
And that will be on the cringe tier as well. I'll see you in hell, Netflix. Unless that giant meteor gets us first.
Oh.
Which, I don't think anything can be as bad as MILF Manor. I don't think anything can be as bad.
I'm enjoying it, and you sissies are trash, and you're messaging me and saying you're enjoying it too.
No,
That's
you're
fine.
y'all are, something went wrong for people who enjoy that show.
Yeah.
Y'all need to sit in a room and think about it.
I agree.
Then Love in Paradise season 2, like you said.
Yes.
Or season 3. I'm sorry. Season 3.
Whatever. We're both so discombobulated right now because I'm just used to hearing bong, bing, bing, bong, 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 just little
What's that?
Coin machines or
Oh.
slot machines every time we just, and I'm like, yeah.
Anyway, where were we?
Where are we? I think that's all the announcements. I don't have anything else. Do you?
Let's jump in.
When's the last time you were in Vegas, by the way?
5 or 6 years ago.
Was it with me or would you go with someone
I was
else?
with someone else.
Oh.
I have sometimes we jet off.
You have never ridden in a private jet. Don't act like you have.
I haven't. Not for lack of trying.
That's really a shame.
know.
You should have ridden in someone's private jet.
Yeah, I think private airfare is the only way to go. Private air is the only way to go.
I feel like, though, if you and I got in a private jet, we would show our ass, and it would be so obvious we've never been in a private jet
The thing
before.
is, it doesn't matter if you show your ass. You're in a fucking private jet.
But do you say, oh, my God, and like, gawk over everything in the private jet?
Yes. It doesn't matter because you're a guest of the rich person.
I guess that makes them feel rich.
It doesn't matter. Let's jump in.
I want another Starbucks, but it's $12 for a coffee downstairs.
And we have to walk the length of 4 football fields to get a free coffee.
They don't give you anything in these rooms. They don't even put a Keurig in here. They don't give you nothing. They want you to buy everything in Vegas.
Maybe we should stop complaining about that.
I like Vegas, so I'm
Yo,
having fun.
Repeat after me. Love yourself. Love yourself. It's the Love Yourself gym. Jen needs that. Jen,
I go back and forth with Jen because sometimes this episode, like, I do feel like after seeing this segment, at least right now, I feel like Rishi is the asshole.
yeah.
She does. I will say, Jen. I
She's
misjudged
just
her.
super naive.
She's naive. I thought she was going to be a little bit of I'm an American kind of.
She hasn't been.
She's actually not at
No.
all. I think she's way
She's-
more open. But it's just he keeps fucking moving the goalpost, as you say.
It's not. It's more subtle than that. What he's doing is not really saying anything. He's telling her in a submit fashion of wait till I can get this handled. And
But he's not going to handle it.
I understand why what they are up against is a culture system that is thousands and thousands of years old.
True.
So this can't be in an American fashion done. It can't be done overnight.
No.
So I can understand why he's moving slow. Should he have lied to her about it? No.
No.
Should he have not? What he's doing is lying by omission. What he's doing is not saying that my mother's been looking for a wife for me for 2 years.
I'll be honest. I don't trust him.
I agree.
It's-
I still don't think he was unfaithful during when they were away.
I don't think he was unfaithful, no. But boy, I bet you her friend Randy is watching this going, that dumb bitch. I told her.
Y'all, you know Randy's going to be on the tell-all.
Randy's going to be on tell-all, and Randy invites all of her friends over to make fun of Jen.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
If you were ever on that, I'd do that for you.
I know you would. You would.
I'm like, look at this fucker.
I wouldn't watch you.
Yes, you would. Because you know it'd be good TV. You put me in a strange situation, y'all.
We'll get on Big Brother and we'll see if I watch you.
I know. Can't talk about it because
Okay, can't talk about it.
Thank you.
Well, he hasn't applied yet, y'all.
Don't people when you say that, I get DMs and DMs and DMs. Stop it. Y'all, we're at the Love Yourself gym and with Dear.
Yourself.
And I want to say Dear is the person who asks when you ask him how he's going, too good. He's too good. I don't want to ever know you if you tell me. First of all, I don't care how you're doing. I'm asking it out of normal cultural.
That's
milieu.
a lot. That's a lot. Though.
Too good.
How you doing, Poodle?
Too good.
Too good.
This is
too good.
This is such Dan Cortez energy. If anyone knows who Dan Cortez is,
Yes, I had a
like
crush on him.
MTV Sports. That you remember when Dan Cortez would do that? He's like, "Yo, blah, 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 blah."
I mean, that
He's
he was
running
hype.
around.
He was hype. Yeah. Don't you talk bad about Dan Cortez.
I'm
you
not.
know he was part of my sexual awakening.
I'm saying this is Dan Cortez energy, but he came off as a douche bro.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
why I wanted him to fuck me.
So he's going, ho, ha, ho, get yours, get your life, blah, 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 blah. It's very Tony Robbins fitness.
it reminds me, of like very like Tony Robbins or even like Billy Blanks.
Yes, he's high on life. He's high on life.
This is just Zumba, right?
Kind of looks like
In
it.
which Zumba's fine.
But it looks like an Indian variation of Zumba.
I think I would like a Zumba class, actually. Now I'm going to get a lot of... That's what my Pilates teacher, he told me, I was like, I need to do something for Cardi. He's like, girl, I love Zumba.
I can just see you in Zumba.
Me and a bunch
with
of women just doing women. Oh, my God, I'd love it. I would love it.
I think Zumba is usually geared toward a more female clientele, but I guess it doesn't have to be.
Come at me, Zumba sissies.
God, you're going to get...
Don't come at me.
You're going to get...
Don't come at me. I'm at a conference right now.
Anyway,
This show's airing on my birthday, by the way. Happy birthday to me.
Well,
If you can't celebrate
Well,
yourself,
happy birthday.
how are you going to celebrate anybody else?
that's
is
true.
44. This is a magical number. Any numerology sissies, come at me because I'm trying. I want to know about the numer. I know 44 is about protection.
Anyway.
45 is about being slutty. So I think you got it.
Got it covered. I just want to say, this guy's an interesting figure. And number one, he's hot. I think
He's
he's
hot.
almost hotter than Rishi in some ways, this guy.
Rishi's got his face
Rishi
is
looks like
beautiful.
a model.
He does.
And
He has real skinny legs.
this
though.
guy is normal kind of looking, but these like striking eyes. Now, I couldn't handle this guy for like 5 minutes. I'd have to walk the other way when he'd be yelling at me and telling me to get my life.
I bet he'd be an
And
intense fuck, though.
It wouldn't last long.
What?
Ho, ho, ha, ha, hoo, ha, ha, hoo.
Nothing wrong with a
It
good
was like a full body.
2-minute fun. Nothing wrong with a quickie.
I don't love a pugilistic fuck. I don't love it when someone is trying to ram out of me.
That is okay. Gary, roll that hours and hours of footage of you talking about getting beat up against a headboard.
That's different. That is using That is, but not rabbit fucked. Yeah.
Like Ben, fuck
Yeah.
Camille.
I don't want to be rabbit fucked. Although there's a time and a place.
There's a time and a place.
Now,
He is cute,
Now,
though.
rabbit fuck when someone's dressed as a rabbit and fucking you, completely different thing.
I kind of wondered if he was into Jen because it seems like he knows a lot about her life.
I think she was into him, and it seems like he.
Because she had taken class here before when she lived here before.
Yeah, I also think that, this guy is in here to sell something.
Oh,
Yeah, and
100%.
But I think she was probably into him, and he probably let it be known either he was in a relationship or married.
Probably. Y'all don't pull. I don't think you can hear it because we're up kind of high, but I hear. But even in Vegas, don't pull
I'm
over.
on the 25th floor.
Somebody just like the third day of gambling and they just keeled over.
So y'all, Dear, basically, she's like, remember that? She's like, so remember that guy I was dating? I'd come to class, I'd be like a crying mess. She's like, oh yeah. And then he's coming up with like truth bombs, y'all. It's like, are you doubting yourself or are you doubting him? Just lobbing at her.
Oh,
lobbing
yeah.
him. And at one point, she says, he didn't want, he's like, I didn't know.
We see a flashback where she
Yeah.
talked to Rishi in the cab, and she's basically saying, "You lied to me." And he basically said, "I admit that I lied to you. I didn't want to lose you. I was worried what you were going to say."
Yeah.
So and Jen said, "So there's nothing else. I'm going to find out. No more surprises." And he says, "No more surprises."
So I think she will have complete carte blanche if anything else comes out to go home, because she has given him. Now she has found he's now come clean, supposedly come clean completely.
Yes.
And he's promised her no more surprises.
Yeah.
She completely has every right to leave if there's something else.
She does. She
Yeah.
totally does.
And it's weird, like you just said.
That
I
lamp
thought-
is ugly. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm glad we agreed not to talk about the room too much.
No, I'm just saying the lamp's ugly.
Oh, the furnishings in this place are garbage. I'm gonna shut up, y'all. Y'all just get two fags in a hotel room from the '90s. They will talk forever.
I'm sorry, you were saying something important.
Yeah, and there's there's a picture of Elvis
Oh,
and
I have
Marilyn.
that too, yeah.
Yeah, that's in every fucking room.
Heather Harris would love this hotel because this is we all were staying at the Westgate, which
Don't
is,
announce where we're staying.
we're gone already.
Oh.
This is also this was the Hilton. I don't know what it was before, but Elvis apparently did his last 846 performances here. There's a statue of Elvis down in the lobby. But Heather Harris, she would go as from Lone Grove. She would go as Elvis for Halloween and ironically, she really had the same features as him. She looked really a lot like Elvis. And when she would do her Elvis impersonation, because she was a tall woman and she had a very low, chesty voice, she did a really good Elvis impression. She sang Love Me Tender at the Kiwanis banquet, and women cried. Women cried.
Riveting.
They said it was just like the king was here. But she had...
Interesting.
she
That
had-
would be considered drag performance today.
It is. I know. She had big boobs, though. She
I
couldn't tie
wonder
those
if
down.
Oklahoma would be able to handle it.
No, they couldn't. Y'all, we know how to feel about that. Protect drag queens.
The thing is, I agree. Number one, drag queen's going to meet you in the alley. They don't need protection. They'll handle themselves. They do need protection against political people. That's what they need.
They do. They
Fucking
do.
ridiculous. I don't want to get talking about it because I'll destroy the room.
Even more than it is.
So
Okay, so after the flashback, that's basically, she does say a little bit of kind of, you're right. She's just so naive because she said, my brother would fight for his wife back where in America. And I'm like, honey, this is not. And he finally says,
this is the same script, different cast.
same
like you
script, different
Say.
cast.
This is the American. This is the thing. He even says, I wish I could let you know about my culture. I knew you would not understand this. And part of me thinks he's right. Even though she's lived in India, there's these... It's almost
It's
like...
different being a tourist and knowing you're going to
Yeah.
go away than I'm going to live here and also marry you and become part of your family.
And I don't know if there's a way, because I think if you start talking to an American, like, this is an arranged marriage, is this kind of thing, and they're like, I know, or they'll say, well, why can't we just, like Jenny would say, well, why can't we just go talk to your mom and just get everything in order? Well, 4,000 or plus years of tradition say that that's not going to work.
But at the same time, kind of like Salit, with Jen and Rishi, he didn't tell her those things because he knew that she wouldn't come.
Agreed.
And that's shitty.
Yep.
He knew that he said, hey, I need you to get up at 4 a.m. and make tea for me every morning. You're going to eat after I eat. I want you
Now-
to. She would say, I'm not doing that. He fucking lied to me.
And now is when we enter the
um,
portion
Catfish,
of...
that's it.
Now is when we enter the portion of the storyline where Rishi just assumes Jen will get used to doing things.
Yes.
And this is where I go, he's seemingly, quote unquote, more Western in some of his views. He's not in this.
He's not in this.
So, y'all, he does expect her to get up at 4 a.m. As she said, wife training.
But I'm glad she called it wife training. And I know that she was bitchy about it, but I kind of felt because he told her nothing,
Yeah.
I kind of was like, Jen, I don't blame you for being pissed off about this.
I've had some sessions in the dungeon they called wife training before, but it's been a little different. It's just strange they both involve an apron.
Wow, I feel more nauseous than last night when I blew my rent on that roulette table.
It's time for wife training, boy.
Y'all,
I could tell you what was involved in that.
No, you can't.
But it's disturbing.
it's too gross for this hotel room. And that's saying
And
something.
unspeakable things have been done
And we have a
in
picture
this
of
hotel room.
Norma Jean on the wall, Marilyn Monroe,
She's licking her finger.
and she's seen all this shit.
She has seen...
She had a peg JFK. Bless her.
Anyway, what she does say is what Dear basically says, it all depends on Rishi, because a man will, or a mom, he needs to tell his mom, because he says, a mom will cry for a day or two, but if she
This is what
loves her
Dear said.
son,
Yeah.
it's going to be fine.
Apparently he didn't meet Mama Smith.
I don't think...
History says another thing.
Mama Submit would come in and just kick the doors
Yeah.
down. Just... And then she'd pretend to be sick.
She is the Susan Lucci of Indian mothers.
It's amazing.
She's amazing.
So, and Dear even says Rishi's making a fool of her. So then he's again just dropping truth bombs nonstop. The next thing we do get to kite fighting and kite festivals.
Yes.
He didn't mention what the festival for, but he did say that
God was asleep for a
God
month.
was asleep for a month.
Woke
Huh?
up. Hey, everybody, I'm back. I'm God.
I doubt a Hindu god would speak in that, but
Well, they might do a tongue pop.
I'm back.
We should be drinking during this podcast. We're in
agree.
Vegas.
You know, the drinks at that bar downstairs were so expensive.
Yes, they always are.
I know.
That's
I just don't.
no one goes to Vegas and say, "God, those drinks were cheap."
That was affordable.
That was affordable.
Now that was a deal.
Yeah.
That's true.
Where have you been, Laura Ingalls?
No one comes,
Get the bonnet off.
No one comes here and said, "I've saved so much money this weekend." What an economical trip.
Great.
I have plenty saved over for the kids' lunch money.
You're on your own, girl.
So I know I'm so punchy. So we're kite fighting, and this is seemingly well intentioned. He's like, because my family does this, and I want you to know what it's like to be in my family. She basically starts going at him with, she's like, I I feel like I've just been saying over and over again, just be honest with me. And I will say, this is a much of an improvement on Jenny.
No,
Because
yes.
Jenny would get mad, and then Submit would say, all right. And she would go, oh, okay.
I have to say, this is why I like Jen. I actually think she's naive, but in some ways more forthright and better about telling someone, this is what I need you to do in a relationship. The problem is Jen keeps giving him, like,
I still
guy
think this
keeps
is
not respecting her boundaries.
I still think this is DOA.
No, I do too.
Yeah. So she basically says, if your family finds you a match, are you going to meet her? He's like, no, it's not. That's not my choice. That's not how I want to live. But he's like, but they told me if I found a girl, we'll accept her. I don't think the family thought he would find a white American woman.
No.
So
that I don't even think, from some of the sissies we've talked to, that was never in their equation that would even happen.
Yeah.
It would be like you saying you're going to find your love of your life and you come back and it's just a woman. That just is not fathomable for me. No, I don't mean. I mean it like
yes, no, it would be. I'm like, this is my person, Patsy.
Hi, Patsy. I met James at the church.
And everyone would just go, what? It does seem like it's that stark, the reality.
It does. And so what Jen is trying to do, but he's not giving her this. Basically, she has a practicality about her in a weird way. She wants to know time limits. She wants to know how long.
Yeah.
She wants to know a time frame. And he just wants this obscure kind of abstract, whenever it happens, it happens. And it's quite insulting, being that she moved her whole fucking life for him. So,
well,
I'm Team Jen right now.
The problem is she's on a timeline. He doesn't, because of the visa. He doesn't see that.
Yeah.
And I think she's probably, or maybe it's not, I don't know if she's actually on a visa. I know she probably has a certain number of times she can stay.
She talks about it next week. They talked about it next week. There's something that she is talking about. I guess if she leaves, she can't come back. It's a one-time visa.
Oh.
Doesn't it feel like already, this is episode 6, but with these couples, doesn't it feel like we're at like episode 15 with some of them?
Because the stakes are so high in tow.
Some of them are already having to leave and all this shit.
Fuck happily ever after.
So, y'all, we get to the wife training. Rishi takes her to her friends. I didn't get their names.
I did. I think it's on my next page.
Oh.
Yo, I write so much about these two. Surendra and Sita.
And so I will say Jen is on her best behavior in front of these women. Mm-hmm. She's not
Man and woman.
the other women
husband
she
and the
meets, yeah.
other women she meets, who the sister. I think it's the sister and the sister-in-law.
But I think it is enlightening her because they go there and then they walk and she stands in a group of women and Rishi doesn't walk towards her, and he says, and she kind of looks at him and he says, I can't walk in between these women. She goes, oh.
And this is interesting, where she goes, okay, this is a different culture. This is something unlike what I normally. And Jen is into all this. She is this kind of seeker person.
That's true.
Who is experiencing new things, and she's kind of
That's
delighted.
it. She's not this closed-minded
No.
American. If he told her this and let her know, I think she would probably get somewhat on board with it.
I think. And this will probably be completely blown out of the water by the time the season's over.
Don't compliment her. It'll go bad.
She'll do something or have a racist tattoo, and we'll find something.
We'll find something.
But I feel like she does seem to have a little bit more curiosity about the
I was just about
world
to
than a
say that.
lot of people.
Yeah.
Maybe, and I don't want to give Benny and Ari props, but Ari traveled the world because she was using it as a little shiny object.
Well, and she wanted to get at her parents.
And
I think
and
Jen
she,
is genuinely
she wanted
curious.
to be exotic. She wanted to try on different things.
Jen wants to be.
I
curious.
agree, and I still want to read that book of Jen's life because it is a story.
Well, I'm just glad that it probably is. Probably she just there wasn't much in Stillwell, so she had to venture out to Greasy at a young age. It just put the adventurer
All
in
the way
her.
out to Greasy, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I would call it funny. When I grew up, we said that word is greasy. Like a Z, a voiced S.
That is greasy.
Yeah.
Greasy. I think I said it with his S.
No, but I'm saying I think Z is wrong. But I remember hearing that.
I bet it's both.
I don't
you
know.
can do both.
Who cares?
I don't. I
Who
want to drink
gives a
now.
shit?
I just need a
So,
martini, please.
Y'all, we're drinking to the second show.
We don't have time to get the bar.
So she's basically looking at, they're crushing the ginger, they're making the tea, and one of the women goes, so yeah, it's going to be 4 a.m. for you. They go, boop. The little Flintstones bird goes, Rick, time to get up, time to get up.
Or it's just Jenny. Get up! Get gross.
Y'all, the thing about that's different here is, ain't no way Jenny's going to get up at 4 a.m. to make tea.
No. No.
Jenny sleeps till 9.
Yeah, she does.
And it's interesting. I mean, it's inevitable we're going to compare the two couples.
We should
Because-
also say that, yes, it's inevitable. It's
But,
also
but
that
Sumit does all the cooking.
he does.
So it's
So
interesting.
there is a little bit more. Actually, yeah, there's a little bit more.
And
tit for
Sumit does
tat
not
with
want to
Sumit
live
and
in a
Jenny.
joint family.
Does not. So we didn't even talk about that.
He probably would
That's
like to.
another bombery she dropped on her. Is that he wants her to live with his family.
And this is when I would say,
When-
if this wasn't brought
I'm out.
up, if this wasn't brought up when he proposed, this is where I would go, you sold me a bad bill of goods.
Yep. I wrote she is being led on.
This is where I went, I gave him the benefit of the doubt, then the benefit of the doubt, not anymore. This
Yeah.
is where I would go, Rishi, can we have a really lovely evening? We would bang all night, and I would just be like, that apartment would be empty when he came to look for me.
Yep. Yep.
I would ghost him there, and I'd take everything. There wouldn't be a thread left.
Like the Grinch.
Like the last can of Who Hash. That's what I would take. Not that there's a lot in that apartment anyway.
no, there's
But
not.
I would take everything.
I would too. It
That's
was horrible.
That's where I
not
would go.
that he's doing it, but he's not telling.
But
her.
it's this that he didn't. This wasn't mentioned at
No.
all. I really felt for her at the end of this, and I don't know what's going to happen next week. If she lets herself, I think what she should do is say, I don't want to do this. This is not the way I want to live. I can appreciate and I can do a lot of things when it comes to your culture and wait for you to do this, but I cannot live as basically a glorified servant in your mother's house. I cannot do that.
No,
She's 46 fucking years old.
she is.
Or is it 48?
I don't. 47.
The thing about Jen is,
don't know.
the last thing I'm going to say about her, you've seen the episode of Seinfeld where there's a Two-Face?
No.
Where she looks different in every light.
Oh.
Jen looks different in like every
She does-
confession, in every scene. There's just something, it's like a different side
When
of
she
her
was
face.
looking at Dear and he was talking to her, she was concentrating and she kind of looked like a murderer because her head was down, but
She
she
has
also
that-
her
she
mouth
has
is
that
open
look.
all the time.
Yeah,
Her mouth is open.
she has been compared to Willem Dafoe by some of our sissies, and it's pretty accurate.
I could see that. She
It's
just
the,
kinda-
it's the nose and the severeness. I think she's a beautiful woman.
Sometimes she looks severe though. That's a good.
Yeah.
And other times she looks very.
She
just
is a
kind of-
Two-Face, though. She looks different in
countenance looks
every
happier.
light.
Yeah.
She's very much a Two-Face. I think that's it about. We should take a break.
Oh, we
'Cause
should.
that was
I
long.
forgot. We don't have timey. Okay. Oh my God.
We need you.
Timey, your
We should
only
have gotten a
hope.
Vegas timing.
We should have gotten a Vegas time.
It would have gone. We'd have pressed the button. It was like ding 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 ding.
All right, y'all. We'll be back.
So I need to talk to you. My mother was sent some papers that we need in order to prosecute the man who stole my rare motorcycle.
Yes.
I need to go home. Let me say that sentence again because I don't think it's ever been said in
What?
human history. In order to prosecute the man who stole my rare motorcycle,
Okay.
I need to go back to Alabama.
So we're not getting a couch. I watched this before you, and I told Poodle, I said to he and Caitlin, I said, you're not gonna believe the reason why Jen has to go home.
I had to go back 3 times to believe what I'd heard.
I had to watch it again.
Because I thought she.
Excuse me.
I
what
thought
was
she was. Was it rare motorcycle?
it?
Because a man broke into my house and stole a rare motorcycle. I need to
$50,000
go back
motorcycle.
to prosecute him.
$50,000.
And I wrote down, I don't think this sentence has ever been said before in all of human history. It was weird.
I feel like Kris lies.
Yeah.
I feel like, or as we say, a lot of tall tales.
So,
No, thank
no,
you.
thank you.
Y'all, House Goofy just probably thought that 2 gay guys were just fucking away in here. And then at the same time, we both did in the same sync song.
Same time.
Same time. No, thank you.
This is what you get for quality reality gaze programming. Because I tried to put Do Not Disturb on there, but
You can't put it on there. It's on the inside. Oh,
Let's
do you
just
put,
keep
do you
going.
take out the slot and put it in the
there is nothing on the outside.
I'm confused.
There is nothing on the
Someone's
outside.
cleaning my room now. They're probably stealing my credit cards.
They can't do that. They'd be caught. That's what I always think.
Not if this is their last day at the Westlake.
What a con.
Yeah.
That's a great con. If I ever quit, I would steal everything. Someone's had to do that before.
Okay, well, we need to work on that agreement if we ever separate. So you don't take all my
So
shit.
y'all, they are shopping for furniture. She's been there for 3 days. Kris, of course, has taste that she likes rainbows and fairy stuff, and
Yes.
and Jamie's like, I like things more modern.
Yeah. Kris wants all the things they can get where Jamie does not. And so
At one point, she's like, oh, don't get me too comfortable. My narcolepsy might kick in, and then my epicondylitis will kick in when you lay down on my elbow. Then my trick knee and my bad foot.
they start going.
I got that bad ankle, you know. It
Oh,
turns.
sorry. Trigger finger. It's
turns,
happening again.
It turns around on itself.
Yep. Get that trigger finger. I won't be able to service you tonight.
This woman's a broke down palace.
She is a broke down palace. And again, kind of like Jen and Rishi, Jamie was conned.
I agree, and I don't think Jamie's the kind who's gonna want to stay around and take care of this woman.
I don't think many people would.
Oh, lesbians would. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I just think that, I mean, maybe if they had been
Jamie's
together
not
longer,
codependent enough. That's the problem.
if they were together longer. So already she's telling her that she's going to have to leave. Jamie, and if she has to leave, y'all, they're going to have, remember, they're
In a week.
They're going to get married in like 5 days. They're going to have to postpone the wedding.
It does seem convenient that.
Well, it seems convenient because we find out a little bit more information about Jamie and Kris.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we find out that it seems convenient because we find out that Kris ghosted Jamie.
Well, we did know that.
I forgot about it.
We did know that.
I forgot all about it.
And she said, I wrote down, Kris went, you are the only person I would want to sell my rare motorcycle for. And I was like, that's a Valentine I did not see coming.
No, that's not a Hallmark card you see often.
You are the only one that I would sell my rare motorcycle for, and you're the only one. The only reason I would ever leave you is to see the man prosecuted who stole my rare motorcycle. It's such a weird thing to say.
And the thing is, y'all, I don't think she's getting the money back.
It is strange because she keeps saying, I need to see him prosecuted. And again, I understand, and maybe she has to be there because but it seems like if the thing is if the process is going through the courts, why does she have to be there? So maybe legal sissies can can weigh in here. It seems like this is a criminal matter, not a civil matter.
If it's a criminal matter, I don't know. I know more about civil.
It looks like she would not have to be there. It looks like she's needing to see the man prosecuted.
I have a friend who's going through criminal proceedings, and unless she's testifying,
Right.
she actually doesn't have to be at the proceedings. She goes to everyone, but the attorney can do it for her.
Right.
But she's going because she wants to make sure that the judge kind of remembers her and that she's advocating to put
That's
this
a
person
very
in prison.
different situation.
But no, I'm wondering if
Yeah.
that's Kris wants. She says, I have to be there, meaning she personally has to be there for the judge to hear her, for the judge to hear her side so she can prosecute this man. But to what I'm saying, I'm thinking, but are you not getting money back? Because, yeah, you want this guy to go to jail because you stole your rare motorcycle that your father
My
gave you.
rare motorcycle that my father gave me before he died.
But at the same time, if you're not getting any money back, what's it worth?
Everything seems...
You're in all this pain from flying. You're going to do this to your body again?
Y'all, if I was Jamie, I would cut bait now. I would. You would see me, y'all, you'd see me start looking at the door.
I think Kris's behavior is very erratic.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's going to change.
I agree. So, y'all, you do mention 8 months ago, Kris was, I don't think we didn't hear
The
this,
details
that
of it.
Kris was going to come to Columbia for her birthday.
birthday.
And then she did ghost Jamie for a month.
Yes.
And then Kris says, I know I ghosted her, but you hurt me by breaking trust. And I guess that was the woman who said, the Florida woman.
Yes.
Or the Houston woman. I can't remember.
Somebody. Hopefully we see her on the tell-all.
Hopefully.
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 I like that.
So, after this kind of fight, they are out, and Kris is just laying in Jamie's lap.
Well, this is where, she's laying here. Yeah, they go there. Then they go to the doctor. The doctor's later, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're going to go to a flea market. And
That's right. The flea market. Right.
And she's laying, y'all, Jamie does not know what to do because she was not prepared to deal with this type. Like, I mean, my dad had severe back pain, so I feel for her. It is debilitating. It is horrible, horrible pain. And so, but Jamie was not, Jamie didn't even know she had to have this surgery or any of this.
Yeah.
And I mean, I feel bad for Kris because she's in pain, but you feel bad for Jamie too because she has no idea.
It's very similar the Rishi situation of not
Yes.
really the Rishi effect.
Not lying, but also not giving
Not
the whole picture.
giving the whole story. Yeah. And so they do go to the doctor. Sorry, the doctor comes over. Who makes house calls? God, when I was in Austria, I've told this before. If you were sick, there'd be a doctor just show up at your house. He'd give you a bunch of pills. Which was great because I didn't have to go to the clinic. When I had a pregnancy scare, the doctor would just come over.
How do you say chlamydia in Austrian? I bet you learned that.
Das Chlamydia. Das Klam. So y'all, this is so messy, and he gives her an injection. I don't know what it was. Maybe lidocaine.
It's a steroid, I think.
Okay. And the doctor's basically saying, if she doesn't do this surgery, she's going to be in constant pain. So I don't see Kris staying in Columbia.
No.
Yeah.
I don't see Jamie wanting to be with Kris.
DOA. Oussama.
Oh, is it time? This was a very short segment.
Sadly,
Sadly, a very short segment.
I can't contain myself. Oussama, I'm going to see, in just a few minutes, I'm going to see my 24-year-old boyfriend, Oussama.
She really, y'all, I think we need to start a new game. Have a drink or a sip of wine or beer whenever she says the word Oussama.
She really doesn't
You're
like
going to
the way
get
it
ripped.
feels
She
in my
loves
mouth.
to say it.
Oussama.
We all have words we like to say.
Pamplemousse. Very, very necessary word sometimes. So, y'all, he's getting her flowers.
You could even say it with a ball gag in your mouth.
He says, I need my my other half to complete the team. And so
Sissies are calling them a Harold and Maude. I need to see that movie.
Yes, you do. Yeah, but here's the problem. It's quirky, but Harold and Maude never really fucked.
Oh, they didn't?
No.
And you know what's interesting? When they meet, they had no physicality between them.
Zero. And that's
They
when
didn't kiss.
That's
or
when I
anything.
went, nope.
That's because I was, and I saw that. And I went, wait a minute. They're not really holding hands.
He hugs
nothing.
her. There's no kiss, and he says, "This is." You remember what he says? His words that he chooses. He's like, "You look like an angel," and I think it's because her clothing kind of is always rippling.
Yeah,
so it looks like
Yeah,
she's in
floating.
the sky.
She's just floating around.
There's no chemistry, and he goes, "You're strange, beautiful," and she goes, "You're my strange, beautiful."
She does say that. She does say that.
You're my strange, beautiful. I love this woman. Someone told me, or in a DM, that that Oussama and Debbie are two parts of me that meet later. That one part is early in life, and part of me is later in life.
I like
meeting
that. I like that.
like young poodle and old
Old
poodle.
poodle.
I think it's fair.
I don't think it's, but I'm still rooting for
It's
them. There
never
are some
gonna happen.
sissies that are like, that this is, out of all of the relationship, except for Gabe and Isabel.
This is my favorite. I still think it's going to go nowhere.
I think you're right, but the not much of it's left, but the little bit of the romantic in me wishes for like this.
If he would have,
It's our shows.
if he would have planted one on her,
I would believe it more. Yeah. It
yeah,
Just
and she like hikes up her leg onto him.
yeah.
But y'all, I feel like I'm in a dream.
Like a trance.
And this is
It's so poetic. She says it's a force that words can't describe. And he says when she came in, it's like the sun lit. I think they just,
I'm in a surrealistic world.
they really are, except for the making out. They do talk like the lovers from Saturday Night Live.
They do. Hello, lava.
Hello. That sketch was so funny.
Those were the days. That's all I really have. I'm very upset that they seem to have nothing. I think, and it could be his. I think a couple of things. I think it could be that he might never had a girlfriend before.
Yeah.
And so this could be some type of non-sexual romantic
Yeah.
love for him, some type of idealized romantic love that he doesn't know how to be sexual with. He could have issues around his own sexuality. I'm not saying gay, pan, or asexual.
Asexual.
I'm not even saying that. I think just issues with being sexual at all.
I think he has issues with feeling like himself.
Yeah.
Like on a, not even to, like on a whole.
Yeah.
Because he talked about there's the madness inside of him. I think he's
I
uncomfortable.
think he's very dark. I think he's had a
think
dark
it's
past.
Very uncomfortable being himself.
Yeah.
Period.
Yep. That's all I got.
Period.
Period.
That's it. I need to wear purple more. This is a good color on me.
Oussama.
You should wear purple more too.
I wear some of it. Thank you for telling me what to do, though.
It's a good color for. Bringing in money in your life.
Just wrap it up. I can't take any more mumbo jumbo.
Y'all, that's so next episode we're going to talk about Danielle and Yohan. We're going to talk about Gabe and Isabel, and second verse, same as the first. Nicole and Mahmoud. Boy.
The weirdest thing, and we'll talk about this, is they, I think
Don't
they.
you say too much.
No, I won't. I think they had their happy title card that they just had to use sometime. And so they just put it in this one. I'm like, this is happy?
This is happy.
This is as good as it gets?
This is as good as it gets without Jack Nicholson. No Helen Hunt in this.
They just beat the shit out of Greg Kinnear, and that's the movie.
That's the movie. All right, everybody. That's the show.
They just gave us Greg Kinnear.
Go to realitygaze.com. That's where you can go to our website. Go to Reality Gaze Podcast. We are posting some. Well, it's too late now. I was going to say we're posting some stuff about Vegas, but it's too late. We already left. So, but anyway, but I hope y'all have a good, happy Sunday.
Happy your birthday.
And Liza Minnelli and James Taylor. So listen to some Liza Minnelli or James Taylor. Who's born on your birthday? Napoleon?
The Marquis de
The
Sade.
Marquis de- All right, everybody. Follow us on all the shit. You know where to find us. We're called Lonely Hearts because aren't they all just lonely hearts looking for love in all the wrong places?
Yes.
Marquis de
And if
Sade.
you have entered a surrealistic other world and you are ready to start your happily ever after, call us.